Okay. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are coming from. My name is Rashid Oguniran, and I want to welcome us to another session. This is the series 8 of Niger Data Platform program that has been ongoing. And today we have another session. We have another presenter today named Chukwutem Ossai. He will be taking us through visualizing data with Power App. And I will quickly read his profile for us. So can you go to the next slide, sir? Wherever you might be joining from, because Mr. Chuk is more or less like my role model. I remembered when I started this journey a few years ago. He's one of our facilitators then, and I know that I gain a lot from him. Mr. Chooks is an MCT and a BI developer, and equally a Microsoft certified trainer. He's an educator, he's a consultant, he's a trainer, and he's an author, he's also a speaker. So he's all rounder. And so I have a lot of situation that when I run into trouble, I call him, whether it's on the road, whether it's in the toilet. I say, Mr. Chooks, I'm in trouble. Please come and help me out. Immediately I call him, whatever he's doing. Sometimes even if he's beside his madam, I'm sure he will just attend to me. So he's a very good man and he's ready to solve problems. He's in his gym. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I announce to us as we welcome our presenter of today to take us through the topic on Excel visualizing data with Power App. So let me see our emojis on the chat room. If you know that you are with us, let me just see our comments. Let me see your emoji in the comment section. Just show that you are ready for today's session. So you have the floor, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Oguniran Rashid. So today we'll be looking at visualizing data with Power Map, and is going to be an exciting one because a lot of people, they have this notion of visualizing data only on maybe using other visualization charts, such as uh, 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 using the two-dimensional charts. Some will use the pie chart and others. But it is good as well if you have geographical data. It is good you explore the area of Power Map. So before we move forward, I will like us to understand what I would like us to understand the component of BI in Microsoft Excel. Some of the components of BI in Microsoft Excel are: number one, the Power Query. The Power Query helps you in order to prepare your data, get your data from the source, prepare the data, and load it straight to the model. And then we have the Power Pivot, where the data is being loaded into. So the Power Pivot is more or less like the formula engine, where you perform your DAX function, do some modeling, and get it ready for visualization. And then we have the Power View. It's also a tool whereby you can as well create your visuals, okay? And the visuals on Power View are interactive. However, I will announce to you today that Microsoft has decided to remove this feature from the latest version of Microsoft Excel. So what this means is that you can only have access to the Power Query, the Power Pivot, and then finally the Power Map, we which is the which is our point of which will be our area of concern today. Microsoft Power Map for Excel is a three-dimensional data visualization tool that lets you look at information in new ways. A power map lets you discover insights you might not see in your traditional two-dimensional tables or charts. Now, what can you use power map to achieve? You can represent millions of rows, of millions of data on a map. Okay, and that means that you can map out your data if it is having some geographical item, such as country, such as regions, such as states, such as places. Power Map will help you to map out this data, and then it will help you to discover insights. What that means is that you can gain more insight into your data, all right, using the Power Map. And then this can also help you to share your story. You can create your story like a tour. Okay, you can create your story like a video whereby you can share to your whereby you can share to anybody anywhere. All right, so those are some of the things you can use Power Map to achieve. All right, so the next I want us to do is to the next I want us to do is for us to go into the demo to see how this works. All right, so I've shared my screen. So let me open up Microsoft Excel. Excel. So I'm opening up Excel. Okay. So it is good as well you understand the version of Microsoft Excel that you are using, because it does not work with any version less than 2013. So in case you did not see it in any version lesser than 2013, you should know that Microsoft Excel does not have those features in any other version from except from 2013 upward. And I'm also here to announce to you that by September this year, by September 2022, Microsoft is going to withdraw. Microsoft is going to withdraw its support for the 2013 version. So that means that if you must enjoy your BI tools or your BI component within Excel, you should have a version not less than 2016. So how do you know the version you are running? Okay, when you open your interface, come to the backstage, you will see the options. Under your options, you will see file. You come to account. Under your account, here you will see the version of Excel that you are using. For me, I'm using I'm using the 365 apps. So let's get ourselves ready for the action. Please don't forget to drop your comments on the comment section so that we can quickly respond to it. So what I needed to do is to import a data. Okay, how do I import a data? I will come to data, the data tab. Under the data tab, I will navigate to the get and transform data group, and then I will select get data. So I have a demo data that I will be working with. It is an Excel it is from an Excel workbook. So I've selected it. It's trying to load. All right. So we are here. Let me go to download. Good. This is the data. It is called Walmart. So I'm importing this data, bringing it. I'm trying to connect to this data using the Power Query. Okay. So now I want to select the table I actually wanted. So let me say select multiple. I just need just this table to come in. Then I will click on transform data. Okay. Now it's navigating me to Power Query Editor. So under the Power Query Editor, I will just do some cleaning. All right. So let me drop this down. Okay, I don't want the retail data, and I don't want this column. So let me remove them. Okay. So this, let me make my first column, my first row to become the header. All right. So this is a date, this is a date. These are tests. So let me scroll to the left hand side. Good. I love this data because this data is having, from the look of this data, we are having country, which will be very good for visualization in Power Map. We are also having state. We're also having postal code. We are also having region. Wow. So this is very good. This is a very good data to present using our Power Map. So I think um, there is no other cleaning that I need to do. So let me close and load this my data set. Now that I've load my data sets, can you see that? So this is my data set. So the next thing I want to do is to insert my Power Map. Now, under the insert, you will see tools. Okay, you see the 3D map. Under the insert ribbon, under the insert tab, you will see the tools group, and then you see the 3D map. If you drop this down and say open 3D map, it will lodge a complaint and say enable data analysis add-ins to use this feature. You can enable this here, but I want to take you through the route where you can, in case you are using other version like 2016 and the likes, you can come to file. Under file, you go to the backstage, you come to options. Okay, under the options, you will see the add-ins. Okay, under add-ins, come beneath here, you will see the Excel add-ins. Open it up and select come add-ins. When you select your come add-ins, you click on go. If you click on go, here you will see the the BI tools. Here we are having um Power Map, and then we are having Power Pivot. So you can select the two, and then you say okay. So what it means is that you have enabled this feature, this BI feature in Microsoft Excel. So all I need to do is to come back to my data, come back to my 3D map and select open 3D map. So it will not give me the complaint again because I've gone, I've I've gone to the backstage to enable the feature called 3D map. So the 3D map will navigate us out of this and give us a new and give us an interface. So it is good that we understand what this interface is all about. So this is the 3D, or this is the 3D map interface, which is also known as the Power Map. It is so powerful because you can plot a lot of, you can do a lot of things around your data here. So by default, Microsoft Excel 3D map would have carried out what we call uh, 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 would have carried out what we call categorization for your data. Anything that has to do with location within your data would have been categorized for you. Now, what does that mean? Look at this sidebar here. We have location. Can you see? It has categorized the data, the column which is having city. It has categorized it as city. If it is not correct, you can drop this down and select any of the categorization you feel like. But I love this. The 3D map has already categorized this for me automatically. The city is categorized as city. My countries are categorized as countries. My postal code is categorized as postal code. My region is categorized as county. Let me drop this down and see if I have region. Good. Here I have country and region. Um, let me leave it as county. So we also have the state. The state has been categorized as state and province. So these are the categorization that Power Map has already done for us. Okay, so if you need to add any data, you can come to the height, the category, the time. Okay, so we'll play around this on a later time. So let me explain this other interface. Here we have the tab, we have the create video. If you are done with your entire map, or you are done with your entire story, you can create a video out of it. As you are creating your tour, you can do a capture of your screen as the event goes on. Here you can create a new screen, a new scene. We will also see how this works as time goes on. You can as well change the theme of your map. So if I select this, the theme of my map will change. Okay, but I need the first one. Let me go back to the theme and select the first theme. Okay, so I love this theme. So if there is any adjustment in your data set, or if there's a recent update in your data set, you can come to this refresh data. It will help you to refresh your data that you have loaded from the Power Query. Also, this you can use this as your map label. Can you see that? Immediately I click that, is labeling my map for me. I can decide, oh, I don't want a globe. I want a flat map. Can you see that? It will give me a flat map. I can decide to find a location. Okay, so I don't care which location you are on planet Earth, I will be able to find it using this find location, because the 3D map is leveraging on the Bing map technology of Microsoft. With the Bing map technology of Microsoft, you can search for any location anywhere in the world. So that is why I say that I can look for any location, whether be it in Nigeria, be it in any part of the world. I can use this find location to find that particular location. This also I can also demonstrate as we proceed in this as we proceed in this section. So you can customize your regions. You can add 2D charts. You can add what we call text box. Okay, so these are some of the things. You can also see your tour editor here. Then you can see your layer pane, and then your feed list. Okay, so let us now begin to build, to visualize on this map. Let me first of all start with a with a globe. Okay, now you'll be wondering, why is it showing us United States? It's showing us United States because most of my data set is centered around United States. And I tell you, after this demonstration, I will also get a I will also get a I will also get a data that has to do with Nigeria, and we will see how we can actually work with that data and then see how it will visualize it using this power map. So let me add an height. Let's take for example, I want to see the the cities by their I want to see the cities by the sales that they have made, okay? The sales across the cities. So how do I do that? I will come to height, open up the height, scroll down um and select sales, okay? So as I've selected sales, can you see that? Let me tint, let me rotate this a little. Can you see that? That I'm able to rotate. I can even zoom in. Can you see that? I can zoom in into my map. Can you see? It's showing me that this is what is going on around my map. All right. So I can even decide to add time. I can decide to add time. Yeah, this has to do with date, the other date. Can you see that? So my other date is here. So what it means is that I can I can view my date. I can view how this is happening across my date. Can you see that? So this has to do with my daily transaction as far as my date is concerned. So let me play this. Can you see that? That is coming up, telling me how my date, how my transaction is going on from day to day. So this is beautiful. I can decide to add. I can decide to add another. I can decide to add another scene. How do I add another scene? I will come to the scene tab, the scene group. Under the scene group, I will drop this down and say I want to copy and I want to add another scene, meaning that I want to represent another type of data. But this time around, I want to use a flat map. Okay, so let me zoom out, and this time around I want to see the profit. I want to see the profit by adding my data, which is the profit. Good. Can you see that? So it has added my profit for me. I can also view my profit. Let me tint my you can rotate your map any way you want it. Can you see that? Good. I love this. So I want to see my my profit as the days goes by. So how do I do that? I will I will move it like this. I will move it like this straight to the end. I cannot play it to see how this will come up in my presentation. Wow, this is lovely. Good. So the next thing I want to do, I want to add another scene again. New scene. This time around, let me use what we call a bubble. Can you see that? But this time, I want to see how the quantities are being purchased across board. So let me come here and select quantity. Good. So from here, you see that all these data are pronounced. Can you see? They are so pronounced that the bubbles are very large. Okay? You can decide to use the heat map. Okay? So the heat map will show you in this format, but I would have preferred the bubbles, so that let us see how the bubbles work. All right? So I can as well use my dates in order to in order to make in order to see how this happens across board. Good. I love this. So now let me go back to the first store, which is my first data. Now I want to change the settings. I can come to scene options. Under the scene options, I can give the name of this scene to be sales. This scene has to do with sales by city. So I want to add an effect. Okay, let me use a cycle effect, and then I want the date to start from this date to the end of this date, and I want the transition to be just 3 seconds. Okay, so the duration of the entire scene should be just 10 seconds, and then I'm good with this. So let me go to the second scene. So this will be the I want to this is by the profit by city. So let me add an effect, which is flyover. Okay, and then I'm good with this. So let me go to the third scene. Under the third scene, let me use a figure 8, or let me use a cycle. Then um this will be my quantity quantity ordered by city. Okay, so let me add one more scene. New scene, but this time around I don't want to use the city. This time around I don't want to use the city. I want to use the region. This time around I want to use the region, and I want to see the profit. I want to see the profit, and I also want to see the sales. Good. I love this. So let me remove this layer. Good. This is coming up in a way I love. Good. So once I'm done with this, I can now zoom in. Let me zoom in into my map. Can you see that? So here we have the region. Good. I love this. So once this is done, I can now let me go and do the settings. Under the settings, this is my profit and sales by this time around. This is by the region. This is by the region. Good. I love this. So once I'm done, I will close this. And if I want to see how my presentation, if I want to now tell a story around this, all I just need to do is to come to play. So once I click on play, it will play my tour for me. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the 3D map. So this is representing my profit by the location, by the cities. Okay, so From here, we see that Washington is pronounced. We have more activities around around Los Angeles. So you can see the map displaying according to exactly how I have what how I have displayed it on the 3D map. This is so lovely. You can explore this, and it will help you in order to tell your story in a more better way. And if you have anything that has to do with if you have anything that has to do with if you want to create a if you want to create a video out of it, just come to create video. Under the create video, you will see presentation. You will see the different quality of videos that you can create. This quality of video is telling us that this is an HD. This is computer and tablet, which is 720 pixel, and this is a 360 pixel as well. You can add a soundtrack if you so wish by browsing. Let me come to download. Okay, I have a soundtrack here, and then I'll click on open. Once I'm done with that, I will click on apply. Let me select the small one, the quick export and mobile. Then once I'm done, I will click on create. Immediately I click on create, it will ask me the name of my video. I will call this uh, um, demo. I will call this class demo. So then I will click on save. You will see that it's going to create my video exactly the way it has been, the way I've already created using the tour. Okay, so it will move right from the tour one. That's it will move straight from the first what do they call it, from the first scene to the second scene, from the second scene to the third scene, and to the fourth scene. And that is how it's going to work. Now let me quickly work with a Nigerian data so that you will see how this is going to work in on a Nigerian map. So let me go to my browser. I have a website here which is the COVID-19 ncdc.gov.ng. So I want to visualize this table using the power map. Can you see that we are having this table is confirmed cases by state. So we have the state affected, which is Lagos and other states. Then we have the number of cases lab confirmed, the number of cases on admission, and then we have number of victims that have been discharged, and then number of deaths that has occurred. Okay, so though this is not having date, but we are going to manage this data to see how we can visualize it using power map. So I'm going to collect this. I'm going to copy this URL. So let me go back to my Excel. Okay, so this this particular video is complete. So I will close this. Then if there's a power map, or if there's a power map on a particular workbook, it's going to indicate for you that 3D maps tour, that this workbook has 3D map tours available. So you can open the 3D map to edit or play the tour. All right. So that video I've completed. You will see it here under my documents. Okay. So wherever you have stored your video, you are going to see it there. So let me quickly bring in another data. Inside data, get data. This time around, I want to get it from other sources, from web. Okay. So I would like to paste the URL that I've copied from my browser. I've pasted it here, and then I'll say okay. So it's connecting to that data source online. Good. So it's bringing it up on the navigator. So let's see. Good. Let's see the table. Good. Table 0. I love this. So I've selected that, and then let me go to, it seems, let me just load this data straight. Load. So to load my data straight to my worksheet. So let's see. It's still loading. It's still loading. Close. Close and load. Here is my data. Okay. So good. Okay. So let me go to insert. Under insert, I want to load in my 3D map. I need a new tool. No, this is not the data set I need. Let's go back. Come on, come on, come on. So let me go back to my query editor. So let me go back to my query editor. Let me quickly use load. It's not displaying my load tool for me. Okay. I want to load this to my workbook. Oh my God. I don't know what's happening. It's not loading this. So let me go back again to my data. Data. I want to get data from other sources, from web. Okay. So let me add my web. Click on OK. So I'm selecting second table. Let me load to. I want to load this to my table, and then I will say okay. Good. So this is going to load this to my table right now. Creating. Oh, good. This is what I'm looking for. So let me quickly go straight to insert. Under the insert, I will click on 3D map. Open 3D map. new tour. I want to create a new tour on this map. So, like I said, that immediately is going to categorize that particular column that is having my my what do they call it? That's having my state. Can you see that? So it has categorized it as state or province, and that's why it's showing us the Nigerian map. So let me zoom in. So let me use this map as well. Let me use this. Good. This is showing us the affected states. Okay. Let me label this map beautiful. I love this. So this scene one is the affected state. So let me affected states. Good. So let me zoom out. So then I want to add another scene. So for this affected state, I want to add a chart, and this chart should be having um the the number of lab cases. Okay, so let me tint this. Good. I love this, but this should come as a flat map. Okay, and let me set this as number of cases, number of lab confirmed cases. Good. Then the next thing I want to do, let me delete this. So let me add another scene, which is the third scene. Let me just use only 3 scenes for this scenario. Then I will want to use but this time around the number of deaths. Number of deaths. Good. From here we see that Lagos State is having total of 771 deaths. So from here, let me set this and say number of death cases. Good. So let me add an effect. This effect should be circle, or this effect should be figure 8. This effect here should be, let it be dually, while this last one should be let's say push in. Okay, let me rotate the globe in this case. Rotate globe. So I'm good to go. So if I want to present using this, all I just need to do is to play the tour. So this is the affected state, and you can see that almost all the countries in Nigeria is affected. Then the next scenario will be telling us the total number of confirmed cases that has been tested in lab. From here, we see that it is more pronounced in Lagos and in the south than the north. And here we also have the total number of deaths as at 2022. So thank you very much. So these are the things. You can also create a video out of it and do a lot of things. Okay, you can also add a label if you so want, and there are also other there try to explore all these options, and then you will see that a power map, it's actually powerful in representing of data. Thank you very much. So try as much as possible to explore this this these options in the Power BI component in Microsoft Excel. So over to you, Mr. Rashid.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Shooks. This is very, very deep, and in this little time, I know that if we allow Mr. Chooks to go on and on, he can continue without resting. Now, before I forget, I dropped a link into the chat room. So if you are online, you do us a good favor by filling that feedback form. This is week 9 feedback, and so we need your response. We need your opinion concerning this session. How did you feel? What can we do better? What else can we add to our series? Please do us a favor by filling this feedback. It's very, very important to us. So thank you, Mr. Chooks. For me, I thought I know Excel, but I saw it in a different dimension today. I can see a lot of gymnastics, some razzmatazz that Mr. Chooks has been doing, and I was just like, wow, all this in Excel also. Well, that is why they say learning doesn't end. Thank you so much, Mr. Chooks. I know that there is no time that I have an opportunity of learning under you that value doesn't follow me. It has been like that from the beginning. So thank you so much for this section, and I really appreciate you. So we'll still be looking forward to see you again in one of our sessions. So please, I don't know if we have any question from the general audience. If you are watching before our presenter will leave, you have any question, please, because this is already 3:47, and so there will be no need for us to continue to keep our presenter if there, because we have another session afterwards by 4 p.m. that we need to go and prepare for. So if you have any question, kindly drop it in the chat
The
room.
comment
And
section.
so I don't know, our present Mr. Chooks, is there any learning part or something that you can use to guide our audience that they can pick up from by virtue of what they've learned? Maybe something, maybe a link or something that they can, work on more so that they can build on the foundation that you have laid today. Because you never can tell. There may be some people that have not even would do anything. Let me even confess. Let me use myself as an example. For me, I've not done anything on Power Map before. Let me confess. So, but I'm trying to talk on behalf of me and others. Is there any learning part or any link you can give to us that we can build on, based on what you've taught us today, sir?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rashid. I'm going to drop a link on the comment section. So let me just quickly drop that. Let me share the
That will be
link.
fine, sir.
Okay.
So while we round up, for the purpose of people that did not start this session with us, this is Nigeria platform. And so our purpose is to help people explore their data analytics journey. And basically, we focus more on Excel. This is an Excel session. As this one is running, there is another session running on Power BI. We equally have a session on data engineering and data science. So it's all encompassing. So it depends on where your passion is and what you want to know. So this is the ninth series. We started 9 weeks ago, and so we're trusting God that after we have finished the 10 series, we'll start another journey. So if you know that you have not been part of the previous sessions, just go to Nigeria Data Platform on YouTube. All our sessions are there. It's very impactful, it's very educative, it's very informative. There are sessions that when you watch, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, there was a session I took section, somebody invited me for a chat, a head of a supply chain of a company. So that is to tell you, and me, I'm about the youngest in terms of learning on this platform. There are some people like Mr. Chooks now. He's a gladiator. If I can't stand where he stands, he's much more very, very loaded than someone like me. And so we have some other big people like that, like Emmanuel Eze, Olana, I mean, Mr. Adewale Yusuf. They've had amazing sessions that if you look at, you look at, study it very well over and over again, you too. You become so strong and very well equipped in this journey. So don't forget, as I said earlier, we have 4 sessions. We have Excel, we have Power BI, we have data engineering, and we have data science. So afterwards, I'll be shutting down this broadcast now. But if you can still spend 1 hour by 4 p.m. Try and log in. So thank you so much. So Mr. Chooks, have you sent the link?
Yes, I've sent the link.
Okay, that's fine. So thank you so much. So Mr. Chuk, we appreciate you. We thank you for your time. And so all our viewers, we thank you. We appreciate you. We did not take your time for granted, but I want to tell you once more, the only way to get better is when you continue to explore, you continue to learn, relearn, and unlearn. That is the only way you can get better. So thank you so much. See you by 4 p.m. Bye for now. Bye.
All right, bye.